All right, let's solve a 3 by 3 linear system. In this system, we've got all three equations with all three variables. The first thing to do is to reduce this into a 2 by 2 linear system. So either eliminate x's, y's, or z's. I think the y's or the z's make the best choice because we have coefficients of 1, which are easy to manipulate. I'm going to go ahead and just choose the y's. So I'm going to begin by taking the top two equations, and I'm going to try and cancel the y's. So the top equation, let's write that, just rewrite it down here. That is 2x plus 5y plus z equals -6. Now I'm going to have to take this middle equation and make this y a -5 to cancel that +5. So I'm going to multiply the whole thing by -5 to give -15x minus 5y minus 15z equals -40. Now if we add these together, the y's cancel out, so we get -13x minus 14z equals -46. Okay, now we got to do that again, but we're going to do that with the bottom two equations. So here I'm going to keep the bottom equation just as it is. So we're just going to write that one down, 4x minus 2y minus 4z equals -42. And I'm going to take this middle equation times 2, make 6x plus 2y plus 6z equals 16. And we add together, the y's are going to add away, so we got 10x plus 2z equals, that's going to be -26. Now all these numbers can divide by 2, so I'm going to go ahead and do that and make this 5x plus z equals -13. Okay, now we've got to put those two equations together and try and get either the x's or the z's to cancel out. Because I got a z equals 1 on this equation, we're going to try and get rid of the z's. So I'm going to leave this equation just as it is. I'm going to bring this equation over here, and I'm going to multiply everything in this equation times 14 to get those z's to cancel out. So 5 times 14 is 70x. We're going to have z times 14 is just 14z. And 13 times 14 is going to give us -182. Those z's cancel out. So we get 57x equals, let's see, add 46 to 182, and we get 228. We can divide by 57. And that works out pretty nice. X equals 4. Okay, so now we're going to substitute that x equals 4 into the system. I'm going to go ahead and put it into this equation right here. So I'm going to do 5 times 4 plus z equals -13. That's 20 plus z equals -13 minus 20 to both sides. So z equals -33. Okay, hold on. I see we just made an error back here. Always need to check your work as you go. These two negatives should have been negative, which means x should have been negative, which means it should have been negative here, which means negative there. So we add 20, and -13 plus 20 means that z should have been equal to 7. Now, why did I go back and check my work there real quick? Because I thought -33 was kind of a big number. So I was a little not very confident in that answer. So I thought it would be a good idea to go back and check it. And I'm glad that I did. Okay, now you're going to find the y. I'm going to pick any of these equations. This one's got the easiest y to solve for. So I'm going to put my answers here into this equation. So 3 times -4 plus y plus 3 times 7 equals 8. That's negative 12 plus y plus 21 equals 8. That is y plus 9 equals 8. Minus 9 from both sides. So we get y equals negative 1. Okay, after all that, we have an x, a y, and a z. So our answer is going to be negative 4, comma, negative 1, comma, 7.